Good afternoon. My name is Branco, and I'm here with a very special guest, Mr. Paul Schmid. Thank you for being here. We're very happy that you chose to be a part of this exciting project. What branch of the military were you in?
Well, Allie, I was in the Marine Corps, and before we go any further, I just want to thank you for taking part in this. I understand that this is strictly voluntary on your part. It doesn't add to your grades in any way, but I so appreciate your taking the time to do this. Thank you.
Why did you choose that branch?
Well, you know, without taking away anything from the other branches of service, the Marine Corps is the Marine Corps. And my feeling was if I was going to do service, I ought to do it with what I considered to be the best. So for me, that would be the Marine Corps. For others, one of the other branches might be the place, but just for me, it was the Marine Corps.
When did you serve?
I went down to Paris Island, which is where everybody gets their basic training in the Marine Corps. I went down to Paris Island on January 1st, 2004, and I served just for a year as a regular, and then I served for 5 years in the reserves, which meant that I could go about my normal life, but one weekend every month and 2 weeks in the summer, I would go back to the Marine Corps to continue my training.
Where did you serve?
I served after boot camp, Paris Island, South Carolina. Then all Marines go to North Carolina, where they receive their infantry training. At Paris Island, it's basic training, strength, understanding the values of the Marine Corps, learning how to run, shoot, and so on. And in North Carolina, you learn how to function as part of an infantry team. After that, I went to San Diego, where I had training in Morse code. Not many people know the Morse code anymore, but that's where it's did-it-it, da-da-da, did-it-it. That's SOS.
Cool. That's cool. What was your job in the military?
So I was in communications, and I was a Morse code operator. And I was really one of the lucky ones, because I was serving during the build-up to Vietnam and the worst years of Vietnam. And I was lucky. I was one of the ones who wasn't sent there. So many, many others were not so lucky. And as we all know, many of them did not come home. So, but my service was not as consequential as theirs.
What were some of the reasons that you joined the military?
Well, I was at college, and I wasn't focused much on my studies. And it seemed as though leaving college for a period of time and going into the Marines would be a way of learning what's really important in life, and how lucky I was to have the opportunity to go to college, and that I shouldn't waste that opportunity.
What was boot camp like?
Well, it was boot camp. There you were, thrown in with 90 other young men, 18, 19, 20. I was 20. I was one of the older ones, from all around the country. We all got off the bus in Paris Island, lined up, went to the barber, shave all your hair off, have some shots, get out of your civilian clothes, get into your Marine Corps outfits, And then you had to learn how to be a Marine with the other 90s, and you had to other 90 kids, and you had to learn how to get along with them and how to work together as a team with people who you had never met before. Yeah. Plus, it was very strenuous. We had a lot of push-ups, a lot of jumping jacks, a lot of running, and as you've probably heard, the drill instructors are very hard, because we were being prepared to fight, and fighting is hard. So the best way, the Marine Corps feels, the best way to get ready for that is to be trained very, very hard. But once you're through it, you feel great. You can say, I did that.
What are you most proud of from your time in the military?
Well, I guess I'm proud of the fact that I got through. Yeah. Yeah.
How did your service shape you as a person?
Well, it really made a big difference. When I went back to college, I studied very hard, and it really, number one, showed me how lucky I was to have the opportunities that I had. It also instilled in me, and maybe I had it already, but I certainly learned it in the service, a love of service. And after the military, I went to work for many years, but later on I had the opportunity to serve on committees here in Westport, and then I was elected as a selectman, and then I was honored to be elected as a state representative, and I served for 14 years until just this December. And I think that feeling of service to your community, whether it's Westport or the country, I think I really learned that during my time in the Marine Corps.
Did your military service lead to the work you did after you left the military?
Nope. No. Was no direct line, but certainly the things I learned in the service informed my life from then on until now.
Did you have any advice for someone considering to join the military?
Do it. Do it, and think about the Marine Corps. Joining the Marine Corps means you'll become part of a fraternity, and you'll be a member of that fraternity until the day you die. And you can go anywhere in the world, and if you find you're sitting next to a Marine, you have a friend.
Thank you for your participation in this project, and thank you for your service to our nation.
Allie, thank you.